So you're in the gym, you're pushing yourself, you're eating clean, but you look in the mirror and nothing is changing. You feel stuck, you're getting frustrated, and you're starting to think, maybe this is it. Maybe I've hit my genetic limit, right? But what if I told you the reason you're not growing isn't that you're lazy, but that you're making one huge mistake that's actually killing your gains? This single mistake is why you feel tired all the time, why your lifts have stalled out, and why your muscles just won't get bigger. I'm going to break down 4 key rules that will show you exactly how to fix this and how to finally start growing again. By the way, my name is Boris Kish. I'm a fully licensed IFBB fitness coach and a professional nutritionist. I'm super heavyweight bodybuilding competitor in the category over 100 kilograms. That is over 220 pounds on stage. I'm 6'4" tall. That's 193 centimeters. Welcome to my channel. Rule number 1, listen, the problem when hard work backfires. As a natural lifter, you're told one thing over and over. You have to work hard, right? And that's really the truth, but somewhere along the way, you started thinking that hard work just means more work, right? You see pro bodybuilders on Instagram doing these insane 2 hours workouts, hitting their chest with 25 or 30 sets, and you think that's what you have to do, right? Wrong. So you add another exercise, a few more sets, chase the pump, and try to completely destroy your muscles. And then what happens? You're not growing, you might be even getting a little weaker. You feel burnout, your joints hurt, and you're just not excited to train anymore, right? It's the most common trap in bodybuilding. And you're definitely not alone, my friend. And all right, now your turn. Tell me exactly in the comment section how many sets do you do for each body part. I go from 12 to 16, but I'll be honest, I'm not natural. Let's see who is doing it right. Rule number 2, the real reason you're drowning in junk volume. Here is the honest truth. You're not growing because you're doing way too much junk volume. Junk volume is any set or rep that you do after your muscles has already gotten the signal to grow. You understand? It's simply wasted effort. It burns up time and energy, but gives you zero muscle in return. Think about it like this, my friend. I mean, you grow a plant and it needs water, right? But if you give it the right amount and then just keep pouring and pouring and pouring, you don't get a bigger plant, you just drown it. Your muscles work the same way. They need a specific amount of training to kickstart the growing process. Once that process is triggered, doing more sets doesn't mean more growth. It just means you're doing a mass recovery hole that your body, as a natural lifter, can't get out of. That leads to fatigue and burnout, and it stops progressing right in its track. Rule number 3, the science and experience finding the sweet spot. Therefore, the science and my 25 plus years of competitive experience totally backs this up. There's what we call a dose-response relationship, you understand, between training volume and muscle growth. But it has a clear ceiling. Studies show that as you do more hard sets each week, you build more muscle, but only to a point. After that point, you get less and less and less benefit for each extra set, and you just pile on more and more fatigue. For natural lifters, that ceiling is a lot lower than most of you think. For the majority of people, doing 16 or more hard sets for one muscle group every week is well into junk volume territory. Those extra sets aren't just useless, they're actively hurting you by preventing your body from recovering and building muscle from the good sets you did at the start of your workout. And if you want to take your training to the next level, I made a 3 complete training splits you can get for free. You find the link below. It'll take you to my coaching newsletter where I'll send them straight to your email. Rule number 4, the solution simulate. So what's the right dose? Where's the sweet spot for growth? Based on the current evidence, the optimal range for most natural lifters like you is somewhere between 10 to 16 hard sets per muscle group per week. Some people will do great on the lower end, around 10 to 12, while some very advanced lifters might be able to handle a little more, but that 10 to 16 set range is the sweet spot, my friend. Anything more than that leads to symptoms of overtraining. And this doesn't mean that you should train every muscle twice a week or even 3 times per week, if you understand. If you go all in and hit it hard once a week, you know, really when you're doing, for example, if you're bench pressing, you're like, once per week is really more than enough. As long as you bring the real intensity and control your form. For example, pick 3 solid exercises for that muscle group and do around 4 hard sets. This gives you about 12 total sets, plenty of stimulus to grow while still giving your body time to fully recover and actually build new muscle tissue. Because remember, you don't grow in the gym, you grow when you recover. Therefore, the conclusion is the biggest change you need to make isn't your workout, it's your mindset. And I'm sure that you have the strong enough mind to do this properly, because I'm definitely proud of you. You have to switch from a mentality of annihilation to one of the simulation. Your goal isn't to destroy your muscles, it's to give them just enough of a reason to grow, and then to get out of the way and let your body do its job. So be honest with yourself and look at your program. Are you doing 25 plus sets, for example, for your back every week? It's time to cut back. Trust the process. Focus on quality sets over junk quantity, and start taking your recovery as seriously as you take your training. Try to hit that weekly target of 10 to maximum 16 hard sets and just see what happens. I'm willing to bet you'll feel fresher, get stronger, and finally break through that plateau. And if this video helped you out, hit that like and subscribe button for no more bullshit content like this, and I'll really appreciate it. And if you want to learn exactly how junk volume is destroying your gains step by step and how to fix them all at once, click on this video here and I'll see you there.